Hello world, it is I, Michael's Memento, and today I'm going to be talking about BattleBit Remastered Update 2.1.4. This update came out September 17, 2023 on a Sunday, and it is packed with a new map, new weapons, global leaderboards, and more. I did get to play a few rounds since this update has been out, and just a forewarning, the game audio is a bit bugged in terms of hearing bullets go off and just hearing people shoot their guns. I think from my experience, I am hearing the shots being fired and just bullets passing by like really close to me. I think they did add a hot fix. However, I'm still experiencing those issues, so I'm hoping that gets patched very soon. Also, really quick on this update 2.1.4 overview image that they provided. It's a little bit misleading in my opinion, only because some of the changes that they put on this image was actually released in older updates. For instance, the anti-grenade trophy, the support improvements with the refill ammunition of players by holding the right middle mouse button, and the community servers. What else there? The dark flashbang input buffer. Those were actually in older updates. It didn't come with 2.1.4, so it's a little misleading in my opinion. And I did get to play Zalfi Bay at least once on 254 player conquest, and just looking at this map layout, I don't really like it, just because it's very one directional kind of a map, and there's a lot of open space, especially on 254 player conquest. On this map, like, you can pretty much put like a squad beacon, or you can hang out, so to speak, way out in the outskirts of the coastline to like the either northeast, east, and southeast sections of the map. Also, I'm a little disappointed because there's no flag on any of those islands that you can see on the water, so it's really no point, no objectively, I guess, reason to be out there, otherwise to just be like a sniper to suppress fire, or to cover fire for advancing or retreating teammates on the coastline, either pushing or running away from flags. That would be the only reason. However, there are a lot of vehicles on this map, especially attack boats. I think there are 3 spawns of attack boats for each side. So there's a lot of opportunity to help out the infantry push along the coastline. So without further ado, let's get to the patch notes. New sights to see, new tools of destruction. In our latest update, we're bringing an all-new map, 2 new weapons, global leaderboards, enhanced audio visuals, and more. So we get an overview. Some screenshots have been provided by the team, and this is your main panorama picture of the map. As you can see, there are a lot of buildings to enter and clear, or just hold up and hold the line. A lot of cover. As you can see, you get the crystal clear blue water, and you get some palm trees, get some solar panels. I don't know what this is. It looks a little spooky to me. Again, lots of cover, as you can see on the streets here, and more buildings. Just a lot to, cover and run, kind of moving around, and also flanking opportunities. As you can see, like here, you get these hedges that you can just, run behind or on the other side and just keep pushing forward. Both teams will battle for control of the main city in an area surrounded by desert hills and canyons. Naval vehicles are your best friend for fast travel to any objective, while snipers can utilize the islands in the middle of the water to control coastline. Navigate along the cliffs and palms in between objectives to protect yourself from sniper fire while on the move. Available on Conquest, Infantry Conquest, Frontline, Domination, and Capture the Flag. They also implemented global leaderboards. Ever wondered how you stack up against the wider BattleBit Remastered community? In this first implementation of our global leaderboards, you can check out the top 5,000 players or groups in the following categories: clans, XP earned, heals, revives, vehicles destroyed, vehicles repaired, road kills, longest kill, objectives completed, and kills. Read along for the full patch notes. 5,000 players total, huh? We got a screenshot here, and we do get, the top XP, top heals, top revives. The only thing I am thinking about is like how far is this data been collected? Has it been collected since the game has been, pushed early release on Steam, or before that? Was it starting to record like when Prestige was in the game, or before the big change when the game was like more milsim concentrated? I don't know, and I'm also just thinking like, since this game is still in early access, are they ever thinking of resetting it? Hopefully not. Also, it's just kind of interesting that it's only 5,000 players, the top 5,000, and that makes me think like, well, how many people are actually playing this game right now? So taking a look really quick on SteamDB, the charts here right now from September 11th to September 17th. We have reached over 5,000, not 5,000, 15,000 people, playing, and it usually peaks over, I think 10,000 over the weekend. So this is great, especially comparing the all-time peak. It was 87,000 people playing, and I hope it continues to have like just at least a steady community playing the game and returning. Also, just really quick, I kind of think they should add some like incentive over the weekend, like a double XP event or some kind of fun event to get like either returning players to continue to return, and just players in general to like, oh, let me check this out. I mean, the updates are great. The additions to the game are just, you know, great to keep, you know, the core player base returning. So overall, I think it's a healthy amount of players. Just a little concerning, especially like looking at servers in the US, especially when they added the community servers. I have kind of ran into looking at the server browser. I'm like, I don't see a whole lot 254 conquest servers in my experience. However, if I do quick match, I find a game really quick, a full server. However, that could be like any kind of game mode. So I kind of wish they add a filter there too as well. Like, oh, let me just search or join or queue up for a specific game mode for quick match versus like going to the server browser, because sometimes for some reason not all the servers in your region will show up, at least in my experience. So moving on to the actual patch notes, version 2.1.4 patch notes. UX UI, global leaderboard implemented, main menu, top 5,000 listed, work in progress, API here. Oh, that's fantastic. They actually provided the API. On loading screen, a random global leaderboard, top 20 will be displayed. Oh, interesting. Well, actually, I have seen this. I kind of see it's a bit oblivious. It's like it takes like almost half the screen. I'll probably put up a screenshot here of one. Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's in my face. So little like, oh, it's not good, it's not bad. I'm indifferent on the matter. Positional hit marker appears where the barrel is pointed instead of centered. Can now be toggled on or off from settings. On by default. Okay. Appears where the barrel is pointed instead of centered. This is when we hit someone, I'm assuming. And it's kind of interesting that you can toggle on and off. And I wonder if like community servers can actually control that, like just have it off if you want like a more milsim kind of server. Server browser filter choices will be saved. Thank goodness, because every time I loaded the game since the last update or when they implemented the community servers, I'll come back and the filters are reset again, and it was just annoying to redo them over and again every time you rebooted the game. Loadout UI, armor damage renamed to player armor damage, and L armor damage renamed to light vehicle damage to make it more clear which is which. Okay. I actually have not paid attention to that, at least on the Loadout UI. Alright. Gameplay. Disable the squad leader class until it has a proper place in the class system. This does not affect being a squad leader. That's very interesting that they did that. So just really quick on the squad leader class. I don't even know why it's a class. I wish they did more work with it. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to over time. Just really simple. I wish you could vote on your squad leader, like either to kick or to like give a thumbs up saying like, oh, we commend this guy to be our squad leader. And I kind of wish there was actually a system of like, hey, it shows like, oh, this person's been commended X amount of times from, you know, other players, and are pretty much saying like a thumbs up counts, showing like, oh, people like this person as being a squad leader. So I kind of wish there was kind of a system like that. I don't really know what I'm talking about. That's just my thought on that. Only because I kind of wish like also people can like choose to be squad leader, not being forced to be squad leader, because I would just join a squad and, you know, just some random person is squad leader, or like, oh, the game ends and then a new round starts and you get put in a different squad for some odd reason. I don't know why it does that. If you're not playing with a party, it randomizes a squad and puts you in a different squad each game, which is really annoying. So continuing on, gameplay changes. Frag grenades will no longer explode on impact with vehicles. Wow, was that actually a thing? Also, frag grenades, I'm hoping this change is just for frag grenades and not the impact grenades. Hopefully. Additional hit reg chances plus hit feedback changes. That sounds like a good change. Player will be able to give up faster the longer they hold space. Doesn't affect speed if you don't hold space. That's very interesting. During game mode voting, players who do not vote will no longer count as random. However, servers will no longer run the same game mode twice in a row. Oh, so this is the patch I did mention in the update 2.1.3. It wasn't actually implemented, and I do not like this change. The second part, where it's like servers will no longer run the same game mode twice in a row. I think that's an exception, is if it's like a community server and they make it only a conquest server. I don't like it's cool to like play a different game mode. However, it's like really annoying to, oh, I wanted to just play this game mode, now it's different. I guess I'm just going to disconnect, find a different server, or re-queue in a quick match. Super annoying. So I hope they revert that change. Actually haven't noticed because I tend to play on community servers that are specific game mode. So hopefully it gets changed. Also, it's kind of, I guess, a little sad, like players who do not vote at all aren't counted as random. I kind of like that because it's just like, well, we'll just go random, and that's okay. But however, I understand when like, oh, if like the majority of people don't really vote, so putting it all random is just like, is skewing the votes, I suppose. Vehicles. Helicopters will fall down slower when tilted down exactly 180. Apparently it was a bit too much damage. Fall off should be enough for now. It was cubic gravity, now exponential gravity. I guess in 2.1.3 then I guess the change, like it was cubic gravity, now it's exponential gravity. That's interesting. Are we saying it was cubic gravity, so it was like to the third, and then exponential we're just saying to the power of 2? Or I don't know anything about physics, so that's just my guess. So they just decrease it by, like, you know, the exponent or whatever. Littlebird minigun damage fall starts at 75 meters instead of 200 meters. Wow. Littlebird minigun damage fall off ends at 200 meters instead of 500 meters. Wow. It used to be 500 meters? That's insane. Almost like it's practically like a sniper rifle. So this is a good change against the Littlebird. I was one of the folks that just, it is a bit overpowered in my opinion, especially having one heck of a pilot, and on top of before the 2.1.3 change of, like, you know, pilots being able to like fly upside down practically, or fly like a spaceship, so to speak. So great changes to the Littlebird. I like it. All right, weapon changes. New weapons. The assault rifle F2000 unlocked at level 35. The DMR, the G3 at level 90. I did get to use the F2000, and my opinion on that gun, it does suck. It's not that great. You can't change the magazine. I have yet to unlock the long suppressor, because I usually like to run the long suppressors on my guns. This gun, I mean, I think it's a 30 round magazine, and yeah, I mean, it's okay. It gets the job done. It doesn't shoot as fast, I think, as the FAMAS. So if I were to choose the F2000 or the FAMAS, I'd probably just go with the FAMAS. However, like the gun does, like I said, get the job done. And the starting sight is the iconic F2000 sight. So right after that, I just changed it to the red dot after those, I think it's 5 kills for a red dot. So it's an okay gun. I am kind of excited to use the DMR G3. I'm looking forward to trying that gun out. The HK419 fire rate increased from 640 to 825. Vertical recoil decreased from 1.4 to 1.3. Horizontal recoil increased from 0.9 to 1.3. Quick A magazine increased from 24 to 26. This is a direct buff to the HK419, and I think it's great. That fire rate increase from 640 to 825 is very good, and you get the vertical recoil decrease. I mean, it's just by a 0.1 there, and the horizontal recoil increase there is not too shabby. So overall, I think it's a good buff for the gun. The AUG A3 fire rate increased from 500 to 600. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not as much as the HK419, but we get increase of the AUG, the fire rate. All right, maps and environment. New map added, Zalfi Bay, as we've read earlier. Window shutters reduce the amount of windows to count for. Can be destroyed via explosive or sledgehammer. I think that's specifically talking about window shutters. So I like this change that they added window shutters. However, now it's like it's very easy as a player to like hide in a building. You can't like see unless you destroy those window shutters or destroy the wall completely. So it's a good and bad. I think it adds, you know, more a safety net for people who like to hold up in buildings, in my opinion. I kind of wish there was a way. I don't know, actually. I didn't test this out. Maybe there is, but I wish there was a way to, like, as a player, to interact with the window shutters, like to either open it a little bit or open it all the way. Just something, maybe we can get that implemented. Added shutters on Lonovo and Wine Paradise. Added shutters on desert biome buildings, Salhan, Sandy Sunset, etc. Interesting. Frug's textures added to Frug's subway. Ooh, I wonder what those changes are and what they look like. Frugis Frontline, 32 versus 32, incorrect borders fix. Tensa Town, suburban building textures updated. Added texture to walls, foundation, and floor. Oh, this is fantastic. Shooting range, target dummy textures were fixed. And we got a show more button here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these are just changes to the maps. So we get some, you know, the windows. Looks like more textures added to the bricks. At least that's what I'm noticing. And some more updates to the buildings on Salhan. Actually, that's not Salhan. Sunny Sunset or Sandy Sunset. There we go. Ooh, look at this. Check out the Frug subway. We get more texture visuals there. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. And Tensa Town down here to the buildings. Oh, it looks like Lincoln Logs, the new textures. That's really cool. All right. Audio. Directional bullet pass by sounds added. Yep, I think this is the part that's bugging out or causing issues for players right now. Like I said, my experience with that, I'm just hearing bullets as if they're like right next to me. And it makes me like, my situational awareness gets like skewed because I'm like thinking, well, there's an enemy nearby. When that's like far from the truth. Players will no longer hear bullets pass by sound if there's an obstacle between player and bullet. Wow. If that change actually gets in there, like after they hotfix the audio changes or the audio bugs, that's actually really, really good, especially if you're running a silencer. When mag is emptied, there will be a dry fire sound each time fire is clicked. Oh, snap. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Shot sounds will adjust according based on distance instead of inaudible on long distance. There will be proper work with a sound studio about this in the future. Ooh, that's really cool. And it's really, really awesome that they're going to get like a sound studio to get this implemented or recorded for the future. All right, fixes. Gadgets not syncing fix. Silent RPGs. Suicide C4 and animations not playing, etc. That's kind of funny. A silent RPG. It's like you have a giant silencer on RPG. I don't know. It's just funny thinking about it. Player visuals desyncing while climbing fixed for the third time. Will we get a fourth time? Fourth time's a charm. A bug where bullets desync with server client side while player is being supplied by a support player fix. Oh, I think that was the issue that I was experiencing where I can't deploy someone maybe. Oh no, that's just where bullets desync. So maybe not. You are being bandages or revive message not appearing fixed. Oh yeah, I've noticed that last time I played. Well, I mean not today, but before 2.1.4. Like you don't know if anyone's reviving you. Like you see a dude like proning and you don't know. Like maybe it shows the animation, but you don't know like how far they're about to revive you or not. So I'm glad that got fixed. If a player vaults twice in a row, vaulting animation wouldn't play. Fix. Okay, that's great. Misapplied weapon drawing speeds. Fix. Ooh, that's a good fix then. And I wonder what happened to the weapon drawing speeds, if it was like actually on wrong weapons or the values were just either too small or too much. So good that they got that fix. Capture the flag. If the flag becomes stuck inside an object, it will automatically teleport above the object. Oh, that's great. I hope there's no actual bugs for that though. Like if you were to die and the flag just automatically teleports like somewhere that is actually very advantageous for whatever team that's trying to capture the flag. So just something to look out for, I suppose. Support will no longer attempt to supply downed or dead players and themselves while using ammo kit handheld supply. Oh, that's interesting that was a thing before this update. Just some closing remarks here. We look forward to your feedback on this update. Haven't jumped in yet. It's not too late to pick up the game on sale in celebration of the Steam's 20th anniversary. The game has been updated to version 2.1.4 September 16, 2023. I'm so confused. It says the 16th right down here, and then way up here it says posted on September 17th. So I guess they wrote it up or actually pushed the update on the 16th and then posted the actual patch notes on the 17th. A little confusing there. So overall, I mean, this update's a good change, some good changes. Just again, I hope the game audio gets fixed soon. I like the texture rework, and the Zalfi Bay is a good addition to the maps. And I just hope they update or revisit some of the flag positions for Zalfi Bay, like maybe put some objective points on some of the islands, or even just decrease the amount of islands, because right now there's like 10 islands that a sniper can potentially set up at. So it's kind of weird that they went with, oh, let me just put 10 islands out there and see what happens. So I'm hoping they do like a rework of the map. I know it's too soon, so we'll just have to see like the behavior of players, and they can probably get some data of like, you know, like a heat map of like where are players, like the majority going. I mean, I can already see it. It's usually on the coastline where most of the action's going. And again, it's very one-dimensional in my opinion, because it's just like a tug of war, and it's just you're going in a line up and down the coastline for both teams. And yeah, I will put the patch notes in the video description, and I will add the timestamps.